You think you're in control right now? Your brain is running about 200 decisions every second. Your body temperature, your balance, your heartbeat, the exact tension in your jaw. None of that is you, that's just the machine running itself. So here's a question that should probably scare you more than it does. What happens when the machine stops listening? You are one bad night's sleep away from becoming a completely different person. And that's the polite version of what we're about to talk about. Because when humans lose control, really lose it, the results are terrifying, fascinating, and honestly a little embarrassing for our entire species. We're going to look at 3 ways humans have completely, catastrophically lost control of their bodies, their minds, their societies, and themselves. From the ones you've heard of to the one that's happening right now in people who have no idea. Let's start small. Sleep deprivation. You miss one night of sleep. Fine. You're groggy. You drink coffee. You survive. You're annoying to be around but technically functional. Now miss 3 nights. Congratulations. You are now hallucinating. Not the fun kind. Not pretty colors and philosophical thoughts. You're seeing bugs that aren't there. You're hearing your name being called from empty rooms. You're having full conversations with people who do not exist. And the worst part? You still think you're okay. You still think you're making good decisions. Your brain is so broken it can't even tell you it's broken. After 11 days without sleep, the body just gives up. Organs start failing. The brain begins eating itself. Scientists actually had to stop the longest recorded sleep deprivation experiment because they were worried the guy might die. From not sleeping, your body will literally kill you before it lets you stay awake forever. That's how non-negotiable sleep is. That's how thin the line is between you and complete chaos. But okay, sleep are physical. What about mental control? Let's talk about crowds. You are a perfectly reasonable individual. You recycle. You hold doors open for strangers. You would never hurt anyone. Now put you in a crowd of 10,000 people who are all panicking. Within minutes, you are no longer you. Scientists call it de-individuation. The moment you become part of a crowd, your individual identity starts dissolving like a sugar cube in hot water. You stop thinking for yourself. You start mirroring everyone around you. If they run, you run. If they scream, you scream. If they start flipping cars, a surprisingly large number of otherwise normal people will start flipping cars. This isn't a character flaw. This is your brain doing exactly what it evolved to do. Thousands of years ago, if everyone in your tribe suddenly started running, the ones who stopped to ask questions got eaten. The ones who ran first survived. Your instinct for crowd behavior is older than language, older than logic, and it will override both if the conditions are right. Now here's where it gets really uncomfortable. Power. Give a human being total, unchecked power over other humans and watch what happens. Philip Zimbardo did exactly this in 1971. He took normal college students, healthy, psychologically screened, perfectly ordinary young men. He randomly assigned half of them to be guards and half to be prisoners in a fake prison in a Stanford basement. The experiment was supposed to last 2 weeks. He had to shut it down after 6 days. Because the guards, remember, randomly selected normal students, started psychologically torturing the prisoners within 24 hours. They woke them up at 2 a.m. for pointless drills. They made them clean toilets with their bare hands. They invented humiliating rituals for no reason other than because they could. Nobody told them to do this. There was no script, they just had power. And power, it turns out, is one of the most efficient ways to make a human being lose control of who they thought they were. The scary part isn't the guards who went too far. The scary part is how fast it happened. Not months, not weeks, hours. Here's the uncomfortable summary. You are not as in control as you think. Your brain is a machine built for survival in a world that no longer exists. It can be hijacked by hunger, sleep loss, crowds, power, fear, and social pressure. The self you think of as you, the rational, reasonable, decent version, is actually a thin layer of civilization stretched over millions of years of instinct. It's not fragile, exactly, but it requires maintenance. It requires sleep, food, safety, and connection. Take any one of those away long enough, and the you starts disappearing. And what's left? Just an animal trying to survive.